5G, especially in an arena, ultra wideband promises what Eric talked about before, like zero latency. Now, obviously, when we're talking about getting content from the camera to the handsets that are in that arena, we still have the latency that's in the streaming workflow, right? So we've still got some, but when you start combining 5G, so 5G ultra wideband with, like, let's say, low latency CMAF or WebRTC, right? So I think the big use case in arena for 5G is going to be betting, right? You're going to have people there in arena watching the game, placing bets like in there on their handset, and you can't have any latency, and 5G gives us that, right? I think we always talk about the bandwidth, like, so it's going to be huge. But the thing is that, on a mobile phone, video wise, from a streaming perspective, you don't visually notice any difference between, 720p really and 4K. Like, it just doesn't display differently. And so there's no need to send that kind of, you don't need the bandwidth. You really it's all about the latency. How fast can I get it to somebody in the arena? 5G ultra wideband, massive immersive opportunity, betting. Like, I think that's where it's going to really hit home first. It's like, wow, we can give people a truly real-time content experience with 5G. That, this is amazing. And I think betting is going to probably drive that first use case. And that's, obviously my opinion, but.
Well, I'll completely back that opinion up, JT, because the whole point here is that the NHL and NFL have announced that they will be doing betting and gaming. And to your point, a couple things that 5G brings to the table and why it's going to transform is, one, what we're describing is, being able to take care of very specific areas. So an arena, and then you go to the sports book and you're at Wynn or wherever you are in Caesars or Macau, pick your poison, because you can go global with this. And you can have real-time betting. Latency is critical because you're going to have to maintain within gaming things, but synchronized and synchronicity of windows so that things can't get too far out of whack, and that's controlled. And the other thing that 5G has, and why it's a business-to-business technology versus, say, 4G LTE, will be network slicing. And the idea that I can carve out a quality of service. So where before I go to the game and surprisingly can't make a text or see a video or do anything, now you're going to have actually dedicated areas of service that are going to allow all of that, facilitate that, and you're going to be betting on third down, run or pass. And
yeah, exactly. That kind of granularity of betting, I think it's going to be, honestly, it's going to be amazing. And the cool thing too, like you say, the B2B, I really think that as technology evolves and improves on the cameras themselves, and you start to get 5G enabled cameras, 5G ultra wideband enabled cameras, you really sort of, to be honest, you can cut out the cables, right? You can cut out the truck, having to go through the truck. You can now have people doing remote production. You can have people, produce, because this content can get to them so fast in such a massive bandwidth pipeline, right? So you can deliver 8K master content to some editing facility, and they're getting this in real time, and they're making change, boom, 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 done, and it's out. It's going into streaming in multiple formats. That to me is amazing in terms of what it will do for content production.